Hi, it's Francesca here, and this is I Just Wanna Write, my 1 year creative writing challenge throughout all 2024. At the end of the year, in fact, I want to be able to publish my short stories, the ones that I harbor within myself and in my atmosphere. So, I just want to remember you. I'm not a professional writer. I'm not a teacher. I'm not selling anything here. And I don't use this channel for advertisement and monetization. This is just the place where I want to show up every day for my writing practice because I just want to write. And if you just want to write with me, you're mostly welcome because I also want to create a creative writing community of people that love writing from all over the world that unite on this topic in these times of strife and war and crisis, uncertainties, division. Let's find something that it puts us back together. Yes. So today exercise. I just did the 7-minute warm up, which for me is a free writing exercise. If you want to do it, just pause the video now and do it. And you just do 7 minutes free writing. You know what I mean? I mean that you write freely, you don't control your thoughts, you put down on the paper whatever is there in your mental or emotional atmosphere, and then you can come back here. The exercise of today is to get to know our inner judge. Inner judge related to the writing practice. So I know if you already wrote or if you did it for the first time just now, I'm sure you also experienced voices, physical sensations in your mood, changes in your mood that are not really supportive of what you're doing. That maybe they are telling you things like, oh, you're not enough, you're not good enough, you don't write well enough, the grammar is a mess, and what are you doing? This is not like your talent, etc. It doesn't matter if it is your talent or not. Here it's not a professional course. No, we just write here. And so we are not talented to be professional writers, but we can write because every human being is a creative being, and we go back to that, okay? That is our right to be creative, okay? So this exercise is in 3 parts. The first part is to write down 5 topics you'd like to write right now. So it's free writing, just write down the 5 topics. Then after, we're gonna write a short story, 1-minute short story. And while doing all this process, starting from the 5 topics to the 1-minute short story, we are very much focused on whatever is around or within us, meaning some kind of thoughts that are not supportive, or some kind of physical sensation. Can be a knot in your stomach, a nervousness in your legs, your breath may change. You may start having a different kind of sweating. I don't know, anything that can happen that is different, and that makes you in a different mood, which is the mood of the mood that the judge wants to put us in, so we stop being creative, okay? So done this first part, which is a creative part, we go to the second part of the exercise. We are going to write a letter to this guy, because the inner judge is just one of our personalities. It may be that in our childhood we heard voices that were very critical of us and our abilities in writing and other stuff. They may be our parents or our old teachers, our relatives, our friends, our doctors, I don't know, whoever. It may be that you had one experience in your life but was too traumatic, or it may be that you had several experiences in your life, or maybe always the same person telling you back always the same thing about your will, your desire to write. And I, for example, had a long, long time where always the same people were telling me the same thing about this activity I had. And not only that, so I have stratas that of these judgments that solidified and became a very strong personality within me, in which I identified without knowing that. So I went through the artist's way, Julia Cameron's artist's way, and when she gets to the point of the inner judge, she does a kind of exercise I don't follow because I don't believe in positive affirmations. I believe in another kind of process, and so I made up a process for myself, and I want to share it with you. So this is the second part of the exercise where I write a letter to this inner judge, and I write it to this guy, she or he, um, as it was a real person. I'm writing to an energy. I know that, I'm conscious of that, but if for you it's difficult to write to an energy, which is a new concept for you and you are not really that kind of guy, then just think of writing to a person. Maybe this guy has a face, has a tone of voice. You heard this guy so many times, and sometimes it comes up with a face. I know already the face, in my case, which kind of face is this, or faces are they are them. Anyway, we are going to write the first part, a 5 minutes letter to this judge. Then we let the judge write us back. And if we feel that we need to answer back to this guy, we will do it in less minutes, like a couple of minutes. Okay, so let's start the first part of the exercise, which is the most creative one. We need to go through a creative process and feel how this guy is reacting to our endeavor, creative endeavor. So let's first write the 5 topics we'd like to write about in a 1 minute short story. Okay? Free writing. Try not to be in your head, just put down whatever is coming out and be very aware of the voices or sensations that you may experience while doing this. Okay? We are going then to reread those points and see again what we think about what we wrote. Okay. Wow. So, pen in your hand, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write down the 5 topics. Okay? I've done it. And I want to briefly share with you my first experience. So, I wrote down 5 topics. 3 are very shallow, in my opinion, which is not my opinion. You see, it's the inner judge opinion. And then I wrote down 2 topics that I judge deep but too generalistic. So, nothing to write about in 1 minute short story. So, how I felt is, oh, am I writing really this stupid stuff? It's too stupid. It's too shallow. It's too. Can I can I not come up with more interesting ideas? So that was the voice. Okay, and reading them back, yes, they are. What I think is, oh, I had too few time, and I should have written not 5 topics, but maybe 15, 20, 30. So maybe biggest and better ideas could come out of that. But no, I had only the possibility to write down 5. So it means that it's okay if nothing which is not deep or interesting or the short story of the century has come out of this, of course. So my rational part that knows very well that my inner judge wanted to be perfect right away. Okay, are you sharing with me the same experience? Then, or whatever experience you had, write it down now. Let's record this. Allora, then, so I want to share with you what I wrote. Um, it came out in the shape of a dialogue already. Okay. Yes, what I said before. The, the two parts of myself are fighting. One is saying, I would have written better things if I had another kind of chance and more time and more topics to write down and everything. And the other part of myself told this guy, look, nobody told you at the beginning, or nobody told the writer, which is not you, at the beginning, to write about meaningful things or deep things or beautiful things. Nobody said anything about it. They said just write down whatever comes up in the first 5 topics. That's all. Of course, it comes out that something which is not so deep. So, what is this reaction about? This is an exercise on creativity. It's not an exercise that create the short stories of your life. Okay, so this is my situation right now. I don't know if you share this with me. Then, now that I have consciousness of that, I'm going to write down 1 minute short story choosing one of these topics. Please choose yours. I already know mine. Done it? Okay. So I go with the countdown. 1 minute short story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start writing. Voila. How was it? So for me, I'm sharing with you my experience. Of course, it's nothing deep, but something. I mean, I don't want to express. I don't want to say that this is deep because it is not. But there is a twist. There is a plot twist that uh, it's it's important. Some action which is important actually. So by reading back, I see that I would like to correct grammar stuff. Yes, yes. Um, my inner judge is not reacting to the deepness or shallowness of the piece this time, but on the form. Oh, you write in the first person, then in the third person, and that you forgot to put this here so that the reader can understand better, and etc. Again, guy, 1 minute short story. What do you want from me? Okay, so uh, let's build this conscious part of ourselves that knows that, okay, you cannot apply so rigid rules to an exercise like this, especially if this is the first time or one of the first time you're doing it. Okay, okay. So said that, we go on with this exercise, and now we write down a letter to this guy, to this judge, from our perspective. Okay? So you had the experience. If you want to pause and collect a little bit all the sensations and the words you heard from your judge, or the sensation you had in your body, in your stomach, in your head or legs or feet or whatever, or palpitation, or maybe the jaw was, I don't know. This is all a work on self-consciousness, okay? Awareness, they call it. Mindfulness, even better. So, yeah, let's write down. I give 5 minutes because it doesn't have to be too long, but clear. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write. Okay, so first thing I notice, my inner judge changed a lot over the years. This is not the first time I do this exercise. I didn't tell you before, I guess. Yeah, it's a long time ago I started, and I'm repeating this exercise over the years, over the time. And don't worry, we will do it here as well, because this is something that really helps you to improve into another relationship with this guy, and it will change, mm? With this exercise, and of course continuing practicing the creative writing. It's gonna make a huge difference on your voices and sensations and judgments. Okay, do you want to take some rest, because we are going to go for the last part of this trip, which is his letter to us in answer to our letter, and or her answer to our letter, and then if we feel it, we answer back, but less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too much for the last part. Now it's 5 minutes, okay? But if you feel that you want to write more than 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes, of course you're free to do it. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go writing. Okay, I've done it. How was for you? Harsh? Easy? Hmm. If it was your first time, I can understand if it was difficult. Hmm? Well, this guy told us something. In my case, yeah, he told me something I didn't expect. And I want to answer him back, but very few lines, like not even 2 minutes. I just set the timer at 2 minutes, but I don't know, maybe less for me. But you try, okay? So if this guy has told you something you want to reply to, let's do it now. It is very important to do it, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I stop it here. It's enough. Keep writing if you want. Don't listen to me. Pause the video. Otherwise, if you did it already, let's exchange a little bit. So yeah, I wrote back to this guy. Now he's way less important in my life, way less affecting. But still, he wants still. He has still a kind of an attitude towards me. So I need to put things clear, and because in this way I reinforce that part of myself that doesn't want to feel affected by this personality. Okay. So that was all for today. I hope it was useful for you. This exercise was exceptionally useful for me. I made it up for myself, and I see that it's also helping other people I write with. And I suggest this. I will put it in my blog. Yes, I just want to write blog. I just want to write.com. Let me just the time to review it, translate it, and put it, because I write in Italian, of course. So, yeah, one last thing I want to say. If you enjoy these writing sessions, if you find them useful and you want to follow me, and if you want to participate towards the aim of creating a creative writing community all over the world, subscribe, hit the bell, give me likes, and you will help me, and therefore you will help yourself too on creating this writing community, because YouTube, it works like this. The more I have likes and subscription, the more I am visible. The more I am visible, the more people, the right people, can join us and create this sharing, beautiful writing community. Okay? Just do it. Okay, see you next video. Bye.